Hey everybody! Well, today's video is sort of a what's up with me, where have I been, and also a really small tiny little haul of something that I got that I really want to share with you. So the first thing is I wanted to tell you guys it's sort of where I've been, because I have been a little bit off the radar. Those of you that follow me on Twitter sort of know what's going on, but I have had a lot of questions not only through Twitter but also through YouTube, sort of asking where have I been and how am I doing. So I have an ailment that's called Meniere's disease. It's actually something that affects your equilibrium. You get sort of vertigo. It's one of those things that they're not really 100% sure of why people get it. They don't really know how to cure it. It's just one of those things they say, congratulations, it's yours, deal with it, which I pretty much do. Basically what happens is you'll just out of the blue wake up one day, and as you start to get up, you actually literally fall over because you get something that's called sort of like a drops attack. And what happens is that you lose all ability to recognize what up and down is. Your body can't figure that out. So as you stand up, you basically fall. And if you make the mistake of opening your eyes, which is basically what you have to do to know whether or not you're having an attack, as opposed to just having tripped over something and become a klutz, the room is spinning at a rate of something sort of a little bit similar to the house in The Wizard of Oz that Dorothy goes flying through and lands in Oz. And then you actually end up looking like the Wicked Witch that she lands on, because you turn just about that color green from being like so spun around. Anyways, there are drugs that I take that usually helps me deal with it, because the episode lasts about 8 hours, just about a full day. And then I'm usually fine. But what happened this time was I really didn't feel that great the next day. And as a matter of fact, I had a back-to-back episode, which is really unusual, at least for me. Other people, I think, actually can get multiple episodes. Luckily, I generally don't. So I hightailed it over to the ENT and said, you know, like, what gives? There's definitely something up with me. And he did a whole series of tests, hearing tests, because your hearing can be affected, and just a whole bunch of other tests, including, this one always cracks me up. You know the test where they put their finger up and they make you like follow their finger? And I'm always thinking, how long have you known me? You don't think I'm capable of following that finger? Well, lo and behold, I wasn't capable of following that finger, because I have some sort of a viral infection going on that is sort of sending the signal from my brain to my eyes, and they're not really agreeing these days, which is part of why I was getting so dizzy, because my eyes were moving much slower than the demand was going from the brain. So while my brain was watching his finger and going, ah, no problem, I'm following you, come on, give me something harder, my eyes were actually going, yeah, we'll get there. You want us to go to the right? You want us to go to the left? Yeah, okay, maybe. So that was sort of what's going on. So if you remember, perhaps, when I was in my favorites, I think I spoke about the Chanel liner, the Kohl liner in Clear that I really loved for the inner, my waterline. And I had said that, you know, my allergies were really bad and that my eyes were really red and irritated lately. Well, so it turns out it's actually this viral infection that's going on. So tens of prednisone for a week and antiviral medications, and I'm supposed to be doing a lot of bed rest and not driving, which is a real killer, but you definitely do not want me behind you driving with being as unsteady as I am. Not to make another reference to The Wizard of Oz, but I will. I sort of walk sometimes like the Scarecrow when all the stuffing has come out of him, which is sort of funny to look at. But anyways, I do a lot of wall hugging as I walk around, or people hold on to me, but I'm definitely better every single day. And that's why you'll also see that I'm occasionally on Twitter or on YouTube sort of answering videos, because I can't really focus for long periods of time, but I'm really getting a lot better. So anyways, that's where I've been. I didn't want that to sound like a pity party. It's just one of those things. People get that infection, they get treated, they get better. So I'm really fine. And I will say that I have snuck on and I have ordered a few things. I think most of you know by now that Inglot has gone online, unfortunately just for the USA, but they are online. So I did sneak on the other day, as my husband's sort of been hovering over me and watching me and taking really good care of me, so that I don't fall down probably and sue him. But anyways, I did sneak on and I did place an order because I really wanted to test the site out. I wanted to see how well they answered the email, placed the order, and shipped it. I did the standard shipping, which I think is $7 for pretty much anywhere in the country. I think the only people that have to pay tax are if you have an Inglot in your state, like California or Vegas or Florida. You'd have to pay local taxes, I believe, when they ship it out, but otherwise there's no taxes. and they do have a 2-day shipping, which I believe is $12, which I didn't try. The other thing is they've adjusted their prices. They have increased them a bit, but they've done some really sort of unique things. What they've done is they've now are charging for the palettes where they weren't before, but they dropped the price of the shadows. So just to give you one reference, the 10 palette that was $50 that was supposed to go up to $80 is now going to be $65. So when you figure in I think the shadows are $4.50 each, and then the palette is $20. I think is right. The brain's a little slow today. So I mean, it just looked really great to me. I think the prices were really pretty much kept. They might have done a little bit of increases. I haven't had a chance to check everything out, but they've really done a really great job. So I've got that order coming in, and then and of course today I'm sneaking up here to do this video because my husband went out to do some errands, so hopefully I'll get this done quickly. But the other thing that I did get to pick up, I actually got it just before I got sick, was I picked up the new Bobbi Brown Peony and Python palette, which I absolutely adore. Look at the coloring on that. Let me see if I go a little closer, you can see that. Love this. Love the way it's packaged with the zipper, so it's like absolutely perfect for traveling. Everything zips around. She actually did a pretty good job. Let me turn it this way because I don't want to blind you with a mirror. She did a pretty good job with the brushes that are included. I'm not really crazy about them, but I am going to keep them for traveling because they're probably the best of some of the little brushes that I've seen that come in the palettes. And I've also kept the little plastic sleeve that went over because I figured for traveling and being moved around, I'll keep it that way. But absolutely adore these colors. They are perfect colors for me. I think it's Cobra. The middle one is Plum Orchid. And the last one is Eclipse. I hope that you're seeing that. Let me go a little bit closer. There you go. And the other colors are Opal, which is a lighter color, Lavender, which is in the middle, and Cool Ivory. Now the lavender color is actually the lavender that I have, that I showed you as one of my favorites in February. So I didn't mind that it was the same color because I love that color so much. And I think that the colors that they paired with it, that she paired with it, are just perfect. So I think that I'm going to really, next time I travel, just take this with me because it really has a lot of great looks that I can do. Now today I just did a very light look because when you're dizzy, taking any kind of instrument and putting it near your eyes is just generally not recommended because you're at least being guaranteed to poke myself in the eye. So I did just a really light application with the lilac. I used the dark plum color just to do a little bit of a liner, and I did mascara. And I just love it. Now I did check out the lipstick that came with the line, and I will tell you that it's absolutely a beautiful shade. I liked it a lot, but I just felt that I had an awful lot of lipsticks that were similar, and it was $24, and I had just placed that order with Inglot, which the lipsticks are $12, and I adore their lipsticks, so I passed on the lipstick. Although if you love Bobbi Brown lipsticks, it's a beautiful color. You should definitely check it out. But what I decided to do today is I pulled out my OCC lip tar, and I pulled it out in the plum. And I just think that it just really fits in really well with the coloring in the palette, and of course with the pink shirt, because I'm still trying to pretend that it's spring. And it's actually really nice out, so I'm hoping that I get sort of taken out for a little bit of a ride later. Does that sound terrible, taken out for a little ride? But anyways, I'm hoping that I get taken out for a little bit of a ride later, because I've really been in the house way too much, as you can tell by my chit-chatting going on here, which I generally don't do. But anyways, that's it, everybody. That's where I've been. No pity party, please. I'm sorry if I made it sound like that in the beginning. I'm doing absolutely fine. A million people have had this virus, and it's not an issue. So once the medication, I think about a week of the medication, I go back. I actually talked to the doctor on Monday, go back on Thursday, and then hopefully I'm all good to go, and I'll be fine and back into my car and tooting around town and maybe doing a little bit more shopping, or definitely going back to work anyways. So that's it for today, everybody. I hope everybody is having a fabulous weekend. Be sure that you still check out the Inglot giveaway that's going on, and once that closes, I will upload the second Inglot palette and liner that I have for the second part of the giveaway, so stay tuned for that also. And take care, everybody, and really thanks for getting in touch with me, everybody, and sending me your well wishes. I really appreciate it. Take care. Talk to you soon.